Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Today's video is going to be a setup of my traveler's notebook. I'm going to be using my traveler's notebook by Traveler's Company, standard size in the color black. I've already been keeping a bullet journal in here since mid-October. Now we're at the end of October, so I might set up the month of November, just the monthly, because I'm currently trying out a couple of different weekly systems and I don't want to get ahead of myself if it doesn't work out, and we still have one more week left in October before November happens. The first thing I'm going to mention is this is going to be kind of a chatty video of a setup of my bullet journal. So first of all, in here I already have two inserts. This was about me getting back to basics. So I have an insert marked Bullet Journal 2020. This was going to be housing the last quarter almost of 2020 because I just got sick of my bullet journal and my planning system. I was like, it's not working. I need to figure some things out to help me with 2021 so that I can have a better chance of being successful in my 3 Hobonichis, especially with the Tomoe River paper. So here is my bullet journal. It is by Traveler's Company. It's in the dot grid. I love this paper and this insert. It's just amazing. It's very minimalistic, other than this page. And I've used no color, no washi tape. Very simple. I even have, a couple of pages here that I ended up skipping when I was doing my reviews. Dailies are very simple. And then, of course, this is this week, which is the last week of October, week 44. This is the Matt Ragland's My 10 Block system. I have 11 blocks because I have to be one of those people. But it's just starting out, as you can see here, as we start the beginning of this week, and we'll see how it goes. And in the back I have my collections, and part of the collections that I have in here are like books that I'm reading and notes that I'm going to be taking on those books so that I can make a video for those books that I am reading. So how many times can I say books? Apparently a lot. I have worked out here a cheat sheet. This is something I've never really done before, but as I'm starting to really get comfortable with this insert, I was like, what else can I do? I haven't really used this, obviously, because I'm trying to stay very simple, getting back to basics. So I haven't been making boxes or anything like that, but it was still fun and nice to know how to do this. Over here, this video I did on my Writerly channel. If you want to check that out, I will put a link to that down below. And it's just been really nice being in this. However, since I've been putting pretty much everything all in one place, I've used up this insert in record time. I don't have many pages left. I have enough to set up November for the monthly and even the weeklies for November, but not really anything else. There's a few pages in the back left in the collections, so I've decided to go ahead and add an insert for the dailies for November. I have just a very plain insert that I made myself. It's very skinny mini because it only needs to fit 1 month of dailies. I probably won't even need this, but this much anyway. But I have found that the more pages I add, I will fill them up. And if I have less pages, I condense. So I think I'll be okay. This is paper, blank paper from the Traveler's Company insert. I just, took it apart so I would have less pages. And then this cover is just regular craft paper that I ended up getting from, I don't know, probably Hobby Lobby or something like that. So I'm going to be adding this into the center for dailies. I also feel like after being in here not very long, right? I started this at the beginning of October. I've already learned a lot. I've been taking a lot of notes. I've been making decisions on what I like and what I don't. Over here, I have this huge pile of things. Let me show you that. I have been truly working on what my system is. And I have mentioned that I am a seasonal planner, meaning that my planning changes with the seasons. Sometimes I plan heavier in some quarters than others. Sometimes, like in the summer, I like to go down a size and carry a very light traveler's notebook or a light planner because I'm on the go more. I have set up somewhat of a system here: self-care, miscellaneous review, monthly review, annually, cleaning review 1 and 2, and then we have the weekly review and the daily. I put them on cardstock and I slightly glued them together, or taped them together rather, the tape runner, just so that I could see if I liked this. I wanted to know about the size, if this was easy to carry in any, you know, planner or TN that I have. I also went through and took the time to sit down and write down some triggers for me for annually, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily. So I watched some videos on this and I took what I liked from people and then added some more things that I thought needed to be broken down further for me in order to have that kind of trigger I needed to remember to do things. And I printed them in green just because my printer was out of black ink, and I have since gotten black ink, but it doesn't matter. These are just, you know, they're not permanent. I just want to write notes on here, especially on the backs here. That's why they're not laminated or anything. Just so that I can get a system together before 2021. And again, I think that'll help me stay in not only my Hobonichi planners, but any planner for a longer time. But my system has been changing with COVID a little bit, with having my niece here every day because she does online school. So I just need to, you know, get back to basics and figure out what works and what doesn't. Also, I have these. I'm kind of over the fact that I want to draw everything out. I've never been that person. I'm a lazy planner. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted some printables like the Getting Things Done system by David Allen, as well as some of these printables. I think these are by, I want to say Any Plans. I don't know. I'll link them down below. And this one, I'm not even sure. Maybe it's Peanuts Planner Co. I have no idea. I've had these for a while in my computer. I just printed them out. These were things like layouts that I don't particularly care to draw out, and I thought I could glue them in because I've been seeing a lot more people doing that in their stologies, and I'm like, why am I not doing this? You know, Sylvia, you're a lazy planner. You can have these things and you don't have to like draw them out because that's exhausting. And this one was a bigger one that I had in a drawer when I was like, I don't know, I think I was in a wide. I just like pulled it off a little bit. It's kind of a little bit, you know, bent up, but it'll be fine. And I thought I would put it in my new Hobonichi Cousin because it's large enough to fit in there. I also have some other things like these. I still have November and December left. So I thought I might put these in my dailies so I could have a calendar in there to track some personal things separate from what I have just the half a month, because I was like, I'm not going to backtrack anything in here. I just prefer to have, you know, personal all in one place. I don't like having my journal because it has a lot of personal notes in it in my bullet journal. It just doesn't work for me, especially as a writer. So I'm thinking all of this should go in here and I just don't show it. If you look at my dailies, which I rarely ever show because they're simplistic and boring. Here is like, see, there's some journaling here and I don't even know if it's, I don't know if I can share it or not. But anyway, they're very, very boring. It's just like a few things here and there that I put down. I prefer to just have that all in one place because I'm not going to be setting up some amazing, elaborate spread for them. So I don't think people care. Stuff like this. These are book darts and paper clips. I have been using these a little bit more in my bullet journal because it's functional, and I need to clip back a couple of pages out of the way so that I don't have to look at them anymore. And I don't really have a place for anything like this right now because I just started out with like 2 inserts and that's it. So I needed something for this. I like to put washi tape and page flags on the back of things like this. Also, I like to put, we can take these ones off. This is just a laminated little card. And then I can keep these, you know, just for forward planning in my bullet journal. Sometimes if I want something dedicated on that page, I can certainly use a friction pen because it's erasable, but I still prefer to plan on sticky notes. Then I have like page flags. When I'm doing videos and things like that, it's easier to mark it on a page flag so I don't forget it. I usually have some type of note off to the side of all of the bullet points I want to touch on, but still I forget to look at a page. So it's just easier for me to find them if I have page flags. And recently, because it is winter, it's cold back here in my office. I don't spend as much time in here during the winter. I spent a lot of time in the living room and in my bedroom. In the summer, I lived in here. So leaving these at my desk doesn't make any sense because I'm not in here. So I need some way to carry this. And I thought the best way to do that would be through a zippy pouch, which I purchased and I hadn't used yet. So I'm going to be incorporating this into my bullet journal system as well. And then I just have a little bit of pretty. Again, we are getting back to basics, but I thought I would cover at least the cover a little bit here. This was stored with some other inserts I made, and there was like a piece of glue or some double-sided sticky tape, and it stuck to another insert, and I pulled it off, and it pulled off some of the color. That's going to drive me crazy. So I thought I would put something on there to cover it. So in November, we're still going to stick to no color, no washi tape, or anything like that, unless it's needed. So I'm going to start out by using the USS Enterprise because that's, I don't know, anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, so I'm just going to make this basic and put November on here. I always point it down so these little bits don't get stuck in there because it can mess up the next time you try to punch out a word. So November, and then we can put journal. And I always do like this. It just like, it doesn't punch a word or letter, excuse me. It just gives you an extra space before cutting it, because sometimes it cuts it too short. Oh, see, I forgot to tilt it. Now it's stuck in there. So it is week 44 of the year, and it has 44 on there. So that is, you know, kismet, I think. I've set up a bunch of alarms on my phone, and it was telling me the alarm went off when I was filming. So hopefully we're still okay. I'm just going to add this on there because why not? All right, and then in here, I'm wondering, yeah, I think I'm going to put it on here because it's the cover page is more cream and it matches, and then it goes into more of a bright white. So I'm going to put it on here. Take one side off first. That allows me some notes down at the bottom and then notes over here to the side. So that works out nicely. My day one can start here. Sweet. And I will keep this. I'm not going to put it in here yet because I don't know that I'm going to be using this in December, since 2 of my Hobonichis do allow you to start in December, 1 month before the new year. Okay, so I need a place for all of these things is the next step. Okay. Okay, so this zipper pouch has a long pocket here, a long pocket here, and then the zippy pouch part. So there's no need to take this out. I can leave it in there. I just need to pick up the elastic in the center. So these two are piggybacked together. Just slip this in the middle. Of course, I should put some washi tape over the staples so they don't rub on my elastic and fray it eventually. I also have, where did I put it? Maybe I didn't bring it. This is the Traveler's Company folder made for Traveler's Notebooks. I usually keep in a piece of acetate with sticky notes on it so that I can have that for forward planning or, you know, page flags to mark things. I don't know. I don't always love this, but since this is a very thin insert, it might work okay in here. I don't know. I might end up pulling it out, but I could try to put it in here. We'll fill up the zippy pouch first and see how that goes. And then I have my Traveler's Company writing board. So this is meant to be put down behind like paper that's very thin, like this. You can see the lines very clearly. So I can use this in here on this paper if ever I need to make a, or if I want to try to refrain from too much chaos, because I'm telling you, without lines, it's just out of control. So I might go ahead and do that. This will take the place of my smaller ruler, which I love to keep in here because it does have a ruler on the back. And you can just, this is just, it allows me to see what's on this side, whereas this is covering things. And then I'm like, am I running out of space? Does that make sense? So I'm going to keep this in here and see how it goes. And then I can put longer sticky notes on here, which makes me happy. More notes about what's working with these guys and what is not, in case I run out of space. These are so small, I probably will. Because I want to house this somewhere, I might want to put in a folder because it does fit in here nice and neat on one side, just like that. I rarely ever use these, but again, I rarely ever have. I mean, this is just, you know, not the type of paper I technically use because, I don't know, I feel like this is for people who like to be artsy fartsy and I'm just not that type of person. So I guess I could put this in here. This might start to bulk up a lot. Wonder where I want to put my folder. You know what? I'm going to put it in the back since I don't really write very much in here. So it will bother me, hopefully, the least back here. And then, of course, I have all of this stuff in a zippy pouch. So my zippy pouch can go around this, I think. Second insert. Slide it underneath. Okay, there's that. And then we have this, which I can also keep right here. So I know where that is. These probably would also work best in here. I already bent them up before. See if I can use these at some point. And the glue that I'm going to be using at some point is this. I don't know where I got it from. I haven't tried it yet, so I want to try that. I've heard great things. And then, of course, I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape. I don't think I'll need two of these, so just keep this one that's banged up and use it now so it won't bother me later when everything's fresh and nicey nice. This is full year, and then another one of those. So these ones go away. I already have one of these in here, so this is going to be for, I was thinking about putting this in my Hobonichi weeks. That's why it's smaller. So it's technically only these pages. I'm going to put it over here because I'm probably going to take that in and out, whereas these things will stay in here for most of the time. All right, I'm a liar. That folder is working out great. Back here, I just have my Hobonichi stencil, and some of these I'm trying to use up a little bit because they are just this god-awful color. So I can leave those there, that's fine. Zippy pouch, what do I want to put in here? So things like this can go here. I can find them a little bit easier. Page flags. Turn them around so I can see that they're in there. That's what I love about having a clear zippy pouch. I have the blue Faroof one, which is more expensive. I recommend it just because these rip pretty easily. I think I had one for less than a year and it was all ripped up and I had to tape it, and it gets really dirty and it gets discolored. Things transfer onto it. So the Faroof one is beautiful because it's made out of cloth and it's durable and it lasts for a long time. However, you can't see what's in there. And it's like a mental block for me, and I forget things all of the time that I should be referring to in there. So before I close this, let me see what I can fit in here. So like these can go in here. This is just a little bit of pretty because why not? Took away my color. I need something. Give me something. These I need to refer to. I wonder if that's going to be annoying. No, it's going to miss. And then I have these, which are white, so they are definitely going to get dirty. Again, I would laminate these once I get my system down. Oh, wait, maybe that is going to be annoying. So this one has to go behind here. I think that might keep it from this little, you know, it goes like kind of down in there. And then these can go in here. Okay. And see, this is the struggle about these pockets. Things just like fall out of them so easily. So I'm going to have to, I can use an ollie clip and then I won't make an indentation on my folder and it'll hold these in there, because watch, every time they're just gonna fall out. Annoying. That works. Woohoo. Okay, let me turn this around. So the ollie clip logo's on the outside. I don't know why that bothers me, and it needs to be on the outside. There we go. These are just a couple of bits of pretty because we can zip this up. Just leave this in here in case. I like to use these for prompts when I'm writing. It's like, write about this scene, Sylvia. It's helpful to me. I don't know which one would work best. I guess I could put this washi tape sticker one on my monthly. So I had a little bit of a situation. This is the struggle when it comes to a bullet journal. I'm going to do a flip through, but to let you know, in case I haven't mentioned this in the video, it's hard for me to remember what I've mentioned when I haven't anymore. I decided to go backwards and put my index in the back since I never use it in the front. And look at me using this. Look at me go. So I went ahead and I started to number them as I needed them. And I have this big space here because I started with obviously the first few pages in the front and then the first in the back. So I started, you know, in the corners, and then I have this space, this gap, because I was too lazy to count out the numbers. So I thought I would put like a piece of washi tape so it would be less of a blank space here. And I don't doodle, so I'm going to allow a sticker into my very basic planning. And honestly, this is how I like to use washi tape and stickers, to cover up, you know, accidents or when you do have blank space. There you go. And then if I want, I can write something on the bottom and on the top, and we're done. Boom. Okay, sweet. I'm already seeing problems. Okay, since this is new, has not been broken in the zippy pouch, I might have to adjust it, but also I might have to put it around a couple of things because it's going to stick out too much and cause overhang. Look at that. Can you see that? It's crazy. It sticks out a lot. So good centimeter. All right, so look how crazy that looks. And this is why I struggle with the zippy pouch. I don't want it wrapped around two things because when I try to open things, it's harder. It's not as bad as acetate or the dashboards. Those tend to like fight against you and not lay flat. So we're gonna have to wrap this around 2 of them. I guess the front and this middle one. You can put it on like the back here. I guess I could try that. Let's try that, shall we? Let's do it. Putting it around everything. Nope, that doesn't work because it looks crazy. Look at that. I mean, it might conform. It's plastic. I mean, technically, there's overhang there a little bit. It's a struggle with this leather being so narrow. I really don't want to go up to the next level, which is my larger TN. All right, let's put it around 2 and see if that is the happy medium that I am looking for. And at some point, I'm probably going to put packing tape here because this is what rips. Eventually, these just like tear into it, especially when you have a lot of weight in here. Just to like reinforce the plastic. Okay, I think this might conform a little bit once it's closed, and then it'll be okay. It's still gonna stick out. Man, that is such a bummer. I'm kind of sad panda about it. Just because, yeah, it's a bummer. I'm fighting with this so much, I don't even think I'm gonna have time to set up November in here because, which is fine. We can set up November. It's very basic. I'm still going with my basic style, so whatever. I think I'm gonna have to go up to a bigger traveler's notebook, which is such a bummer. I love this black. I'm feeling the black. All right, I'll be right back. Let me go get some other options. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go up a size. So what I have here is this traveler's notebook that I got on Amazon. I'll link it down below. It was pretty inexpensive, and I cut it. It was a wide, and I made it a narrow, but it's a little bit wider than this. It has 2 elastics in here instead of the one that comes in here, and it has a Foxy Fix secretarial sticky pouch in the back, so I can use this. Still black. Still love this leather. I'm gonna miss this. I have another one somewhere. I don't know where I put them. I don't know where I put the sticky actually that goes on them, but anyway. Then I have this one, which is one of my faves. This is by Foxy Fix. I've used the crap out of this thing. This is in the amber leather, I think. It's been so long, I can't even think about it right now. I will flash it on the screen. Anyway, secretarial pockets on both sides and card slots down here. 1 elastic, but it is wider than this. So it is fall. Maybe we should go with this because I've been in this already this year. I don't know if I even went to this. Huh, did I use this year, y'all? I don't even remember. Let's give it a go, shall we? I'm going to take all of this apart quickly. Okay, so start again, shall we? We have our Paper and Cats. This is the monthly. Ignore my botched cutting job. My, what's it called? My blade was, you know, dull and I had to get a new one. Anyway, so it looks like this, where you have the week on the left and grid on the right. This is for Jade's school. And I'm going to put this inside of my folder by Traveler's Company. Okay. This is going to go to the back. In the front, I want my bullet journal for 2020. And in the center, I'm going to want my dailies, November journal 2020. And then, of course, I have these in my zippy pouch. So I don't know, maybe I can eliminate this now that I have pockets. I can just put things in the pockets. We'll see how it goes. No promises. And then the zippy pouch can go around these two. So I'm going to piggyback my first notebook and my last notebook. Pull these apart and let it rest in there. Cool. Okay, and now this in the zippy pouch. I think I want to do that, but we'll see. So there's that, and then we have this guy. Zippy pouch, work for me, why don't you? I like being able to see these in the front. I had them in the back and I was hoping I wouldn't forget them. Over here. And I'm definitely going to have to laminate these once I get them situated because they're already getting tons of wear and tear. And I've barely printed them this week. So now I can even fit more things in here if I wanted to in the back. So for instance, I think I'm going to take this out. Put it back here so I remember it's there because I can see it better. Cool. This guy always sticks out no matter what, but there is no overhang and that makes me happy. I really just don't want this sticking out so much that the elastic is going to hit it. Oh, I forgot I took my elastic out of here and I used it in another traveler's notebook. So I will have to find that and put it back on here. I forgot to go and look for the string. So that's the end of my setup. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.